the role of Turkey and Saudi Arabia and Qatar has been immense in what's happened in Syria. And this is where we should learn that in a world where America and the West and the free world is missing, the vacuums get filled either by fascists like Russia and China or by Islamist regimes like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey.
So, will this schism derail peace in the Middle East? CW6 contributor Kimberly Dvorak here to tell us more about that interview with Dr. Shasser. And what did you find out, Kimberly?
Well, again, you're looking at a region of the world that's made up of a lot of different tribes and sects, and it looks to me like they're having a hard time coming to any kind of peace agreements because each of these different sects would like to have their rule imposed on the other. So you're kind of sitting in a middle ground right here. But I think what we heard from Dr. Jasser here was that, he's open to a federated, keeping Syria together, but he's open to having the Kurds in the north part of the country. They control 1/3 of Syria right now successfully for more than a year. So you can see people outside the country are like opening up to this solution where they keep Syria as a whole, excuse me, and instead of breaking up into 3 different parts, which has been suggested in Iraq.
There's been a lot of action over there this week. We've had bombings, from what we understand. I mean, we've had constant bombings, but Turkey has gotten into the act. NATO, maybe NATO backed this time as well.
Yeah, well, you're looking at Turkey and then other nations like Saudi Arabia and Qatar and whatnot. They don't want anything to do with any kind of democracy whatsoever. They want to, rule by use the theology and rule by, the dictatorship model. Now, if you see something in northern Syria take place, like we've seen with the Kurds in northern Iraq who have their autonomous state, you start seeing those parts of the Middle East succeeding and doing well and educating and getting back to life as usual. It's going to make it that much harder for someone in Turkey to continue his push towards authoritarian rule, or make it that much harder for other countries who have young people coming up that would like to see a more democratic, maybe not necessarily democratic rule, but a more democratic rule where they start aligning more with the West instead of the hardcore radicals in the Middle East.
Will we see that? Will we actually see that with this younger generation coming up, or will we see a warring generation, one that actually wants this change?
No, I think I spoke with Zudi for 30 minutes, and you can watch the entire unedited interview up on YouTube, my YouTube channel. And I encourage people to watch this because he believes that it is also going to be a generational, that it probably won't be led, but the generations coming up who have access to the internet and are growing. So again, here we have the younger millennials. They're going to have a role to play in the Middle East, and it's going to be up to them. This isn't a war the United States can fight. But he also cautioned the United States letting Russia interfere too much with the peace talks because though he has family that lives over in Aleppo, and he's saying that they're also very concerned about what Russia's alternative motives may be here. So he's cautioning on the current peace talks. But you're seeing a country that's tired of war, and you're going to start seeing some changes, I think, here within the next year.
Instead of technological war, technological intelligence.
Hopefully peace.
Kimberly Dvorak, thank you so much.